27. I'm currently unemployed and empty inside. No savings, no stable job. I'm slowly losing myself, and the worst part is how it feels every single morning when I wake up. It's not exactly fear, not sadness either. It feels more like a switch has been turned off, like someone unplugged me overnight and left behind this body that's heavy, motionless, unwilling to face another day. I open my eyes, stare at the ceiling, and ask myself, what am I even supposed to do today? Do I still have any worth? I've lost count of how many days have passed with nothing useful done. No emails to reply to, no schedule, no one waiting for me anywhere. I scroll through my phone, swipe mindlessly, then throw it aside. No new messages, no job leads, just silence, cold and merciless. I used to have dreams. I thought I would become someone, but slowly, one failed interview after another, unanswered CVs, the worried looks from family, the casual, "So, how's everything going?" from relatives. They all piled up, bit by bit, until I stopped thinking about tomorrow. I started doubting myself. Why is everyone else working, living, moving forward, while I'm stuck like this? I feel like I've been left behind, like I'm fading out, like a child lost in a supermarket, clutching their own shirt, trying not to cry, because nobody seems to remember they're still standing there. I don't talk about this with anyone. No one would understand. I'm scared they'd think I'm weak. I'm scared I'd break down the moment I begin to speak. So I keep it inside until it becomes background noise, quiet but persistent. Every morning, every night, every still moment. I'm 27, unemployed, no money, no direction. But the hardest part isn't what I lack on the outside. It's what's crumbling inside. I no longer believe in myself, and I don't know where to start again. Some afternoons stretch endlessly. The light is dim, the air is still, and time itself feels tired. I sit by the window, watching traffic roll past. Everyone seems to be going somewhere. They have places to be, things to do, something or someone waiting for them. But I don't. I sit there with a cup of water gone cold. My eyes dry, not from strength, but because I've run out of tears. I don't even have the energy to pretend anymore. Most of my close friends are busy now. Busy falling in love. Busy getting married. Busy climbing somewhere called stability. And me, I'm still here, in the same room, as if I never really left the starting line. I scroll past those inspirational posts. Follow your passion. You were born to shine. It'll all work out. But something in me shuts down the moment I read them. Because I don't have a passion anymore. And I'm not sure I ever shined to begin with. I think about the opportunities I turned down out of fear. The paths I didn't choose because I thought I wasn't ready. The people I avoided. The times I said I'm fine while feeling hollow. I used to think I just needed more time. But time doesn't wait. It just moves on and takes parts of me with it. Today's afternoon is no different. Quiet. No one calling. No plans. I look at the clock. The minute hand moves, slow but steady, as if to remind me, another day has passed and you still haven't done anything. I stay a bit longer, no lights on. The grayish light of the evening covers my face like dust. I look at my shadow on the wall, faint, like someone who exists, but no one remembers to call by name. I don't want to live like this anymore, but I don't know how else to live. I don't know what pulled me out of bed the next morning. It wasn't motivation, it wasn't purpose. I just didn't want to lie there anymore. I got up, quietly. The room was the same, cold, still, and silent enough that I could hear my own heartbeat. But this morning, I made coffee, not because I craved it, but because I needed to do something to remind myself I'm still here. I sat at my desk, opened my laptop, but I didn't check emails, didn't scroll social media. I opened a blank page and started writing. Not a resume, not a life plan, just a few lines about how I feel, about things no one knows, no one asks, but I needed to say, even if just to myself. It wasn't beautiful. It wasn't structured. It had no ending, but it was honest. And in that honesty, I realized something I'd forgotten. I can still feel emptiness, but know it's there. Still feel lost, but not hiding anymore. I sat up a little straighter, not because I was okay, but because I was being real. I started tidying up my desk, wiped away months of dust, deleted old files I knew I'd never use, replanted the dried cactus on the windowsill that hadn't completely died. Little things, so small they seem meaningless. But to me, it was the first time in months I had touched my space like it deserved to live again. I'm not saying things are suddenly better. I don't know if I'll crash again tomorrow. But maybe sometimes we don't need a 5-year plan, or a grand vision, or some blinding light from the sky. Maybe we just need a moment of truth, a slower breath, an unflinching gaze in the mirror, and to know we are still here, even if we are nothing yet. We're still here. Some days you don't need to rise. You just need not to let go.